Today we're taking classic cookies up a notch with a fun twist. Hi, it's Hani here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, not only am I going to show you how to make these colorful, really eye-catching plaid cookies, we're going to turn them into a fortune cookie with a cute little message in a scroll. So let's get started. First of all, we have to make the holes. You want to make these before you bake the cookies. I'm using a drinking straw to help me do that. I'm using brand new recipe for, these are cream cheese latte cookies. You can find this recipe in my brand new ebook that covers all the things cut out cookies. You can look in the description box, check out where you can get this ebook and get baking right away. These are the colors I will be using in today's project. All the bright colors are muted with a little bit of ivory to give them more earthy tones. Now, this cookie bakes with very slight dome, which is okay, but I wanted to make sure that it's super flat. I'm decorating a super flat surface, so I'm decorating underside. As you can see, I use perforated mats. These are silicone mats with like a grid pattern, so that's why the grid is on there. And I'm using 20-second consistency white royal icing here to create this outline. I'm using 20-second because we're going to be using 10-second consistency icing to flood and create our plaid pattern. So this fluid icing 10-second, it's a little too runny, so I wanted to make sure there is like a dam around the perimeter. So this border is going to keep the icing inside. It's not going to overflow our cookie. So now I'm using 10-second consistency. You should also have your colors ready, other colors ready, and also your piping bags should be cut at this point so you don't have to cut them because you don't want the icing to start crusting. You want to create the plaid pattern right away after you ice the cookie. I also have a grid template underneath. This is just a visual guide so I know where the center is on both ends, so I know horizontally and vertically I want to start piping the lines on a center. You can also do it on a diagonal if you'd like to. It's really up to you. And then we can start with the first line. So I'm starting with this lovely, this is like a mustard orange. What's really important when doing this wet on wet decorating, it's the size of, first of all, the consistency of your icing. It should be about 10-second. Or it can be 10 to 15 seconds, but in this case I'm using about 10-second consistency. It needs to be fluid enough so it's going to sink into that base layer. And another thing that's really important is the size of the opening on your piping bag. If it's too big, your lines are going to be quite bulky because remember we're going to pipe the line on the top, but as it sinks in to the base layer it's going to spread a little bit. So now I'm using red. You can also play with different sizes. You can do that. You can make one opening on one piping bag larger than the other, and it will create a nice, interesting design. All right, so now we have orange left and then navy blue. Another thing to remember when you're piping these lines, when you're just starting the line, try not to squeeze the piping bag too much so you don't have that bulb at the very beginning. So just squeeze it ever so slightly, let the icing come out, anchor it, and then you can move it in the direction you need to go. Now this is pretty as it is, but I'm going to add another color, and that's navy blue. You can make this navy blue with royal blue food coloring and add some black to it, or you can use already pre-made navy blue food coloring if you have that, or you can use completely different color scheme. It's really up to you. These are geared up for Thanksgiving or like for a fall gathering. Even the messages that I'm gonna include, they are more for Thanksgiving. If you'd like to create your own messages, just go to ChatGPT and you can ask ChatGPT to create special fortune cookie messages for your gathering. And it's really fun because you can make them movie themed, and you could actually include some more personal information if you wanted to, maybe about somebody who is attending the party, so make it more personalized. Now after the icing dries, we're going to outline. I'm using piping consistency royal icing here, going around the perimeter, outlining, and then we're going to dust it with gold sanding sugar for some sparkle. You want to dust it with the sanding sugar right away so it sticks to the outline, and then let it dry for about an hour or so before attaching the messages. Now here are my messages. These are actually free. You can download them. I'm including a link down below in the description box. All you have to do is sign up for the newsletter, and as a thank you for signing up, you will get these printable Thanksgiving fortune cookie messages. Cut them out. Ideally print them on standard copy paper. This is a tongue twister I included. I think it's a good conversation starter. What do you guys think? And then to roll them up, you need to use a little pen or something, or a bamboo stick to make the scrolls. And I'm going to use this nice gold twine to attach this. First, we're going to find a middle of the thread. I am using about 12-inch thread. I cut this up to be about 12 inches. And now we're going to tie a knot here. But don't worry, the message can easily slide out. It's not like it's permanently secured in there. This is just so I can attach it onto the cookie. Now we're going to thread each end through one of the holes. You want to loosely tie it in the back. For this, I ended up adding a piece of paper towel to protect my cookie, something soft, so my icing doesn't chip. And now you want to loosely tie it in the end, and then bring two ends again through the holes back up, and then you can tie it there. You can just make a knot, or if you feel like doing the little bow, you can do that. It's like tying your shoelaces. And now we can trim the excess. Aren't these adorable? I absolutely love these. I think they're just so fun. And let's have a look what's inside of this message here. Let's see. May the forks be with you, especially when the stuffing runs low. So this one is Star Wars inspired. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can find step-by-step picture tutorial with the list of ingredients and tools on my blog, hanielas.com. And again, check out my new ebook on how to make cutout cookies. It includes everything you need to know. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.